the name of a blog that I maintain on Facebook and Instagram.
I am Brenna Dillman, and I enable idiots.
So speaking of idiots, actually it's interesting, that actually works out very well. Because what I was thinking is, when you are enabling an idiot, you're talking about being in a relationship, right?
Yes.
Essentially, when you have a bad relationship, what I've found is a lot of times that comes down to commitment.
Yes.
And whether or not somebody's committed or not. And it seems to me that bacon and eggs
Yes.
is a perfect metaphor for a poor relationship. Okay? You think about it, with the bacon and eggs, the hen is a piston.
Yeah.
The pig is committed.
I see.
So with that, we're going to go and get started.
So we're going to start today with a BLTini, which is a bacon lobster martini inspired by a Bloody Mary. So we're starting off with some ice in our shaker, which is actually smoked ice.
Yeah, what I've done is every time I'm smoking something, you're doing something, you're going to go to all that effort to do ribs, you're going to do pork butt, you can do whatever you're going to do. You might as well take the time to do some other things while you're at it. So sometimes I'll smoke garlic, or I'll do something else in it. This particular time I put a pot of water in the smoker, which then infused in smoke that for a couple of hours to create the smoke infused water, which I then froze to turn into ice cubes. You don't want to go to all that effort. You can always just go get some liquid smoke, but obviously this is going to have a little stronger flavor, and it's going to be on out.
So to start off, we're just going to create a rim for our drink with some bacon salt. So a nice salty kind of bacon flavor right there to start out with on the outside, using our bacon salt. We're then going to add bacon vodka, which we're going to add an ounce of bacon vodka to our drink, followed by our Bloody Mary mix, which we will add just a little bit. Make sure enough to get the flavor in there. Followed by lobster juice, which is a little bit different from your average Bloody Mary.
Yeah, typically you'd have clam juice. That wouldn't be uncommon. We're using lobster juice. Why were you using lobster juice?
Because it's a BLTini.
And we're worth it.
And we're worth it. We're worth it. So we're going to do a little shake of dill weed in there. Don't put too much, but just enough. A little bit of celery salt. And to top it off, some bacon hot sauce. Add a little heat in there.
Bacon on the rim. We've got bacon hot sauce. We've got bacon vodka.
We do. And just a touch of lemon to add some flavor in there. All right.
Give it a little shake.
Shake it up on both sides.
Get it nice and cold.
It is nice and cold. And then we're going to do a pour. All right.
And to kick that up just a little bit, we add a little bit more lobster. What I did is I've already prepared this, but what we have is a lobster seasoned with some Old Bay, wrapped in bacon, which is then seasoned with barbecue rub, and then we smoked that with cherry wood for about an hour and a half, depending on the temperature of your smoker. I did a little hotter than normal, about 280 degrees instead of 225, to crisp up the bacon. So with that, I think we're going to have Hannah come over here and sample this for us.
Our wonderful cameraman can come take a little sample here. Come on over!
First, try the lobster.
Okay, go ahead and mix it. Holy moly!
So
what do you think?
What are you tasting there, Hannah? It's a big bite.
Well, the bacon and the lobster has a nice flavor to it. You got a kick of the hot sauce from Bloody Mary on the bacon and lobster. It's very good.
Make sure you get some of that bacon salt right in there.
Oh yeah. It's not like any Bloody Mary I've ever had before.
Because it's a BLTini.
That's a BLTini there.
True.
Why do we use the lobster juice?
Because we're worth it.
That's a word.
You took my line.
Delicious.
Perfect.
All right, yay! All right, now we are going to be making some bacon fried Brussels sprouts. We have some bacon grease that was from some chopped bacon that we made earlier that I have Brussels sprouts halved and put into a cast iron pan. We're doing this on the grill because it's bacon, so let's do everything on the grill. I like to add a little bit more oil to the pan, especially if there's not a lot of bacon grease left after you're done cooking the bacon. So I'm just going to add a little bit of oil here. Just makes it a little bit more crispy if you add a little bit more oil. I also like to add just a little bit of pepper, just a little bit of flavor in there while it's cooking. And because these are bacon fried Brussels sprouts, I am going to add a little bit of bacon salt instead of regular salt. So I'm just going to add a little bit here. And then I'm going to let these cook for about 5 to 10 minutes until the bottom of the halves of Brussels sprouts get a little bit brown. So let's see how Chris over here is doing with that bruschetta. Chris, how's it going?
Doing well, almost ready. We can eat those either as an appetizer or we can eat it with the meal.
Awesome. And how are you liking that BLTini there?
I'm digging the BLTini. Now it reminds me of a story, of course.
Yes.
Right, so there was this pig.
Okay.
The pig went to a restaurant, sat down at the bar, ordered himself a beer. Finished his beer, looked up at the bartender, asked where the bathroom was. The bartender told him, he left the restaurant. A couple minutes later, another pig came in. Same thing. Went to the restaurant, sat down, ordered a beer, drank the beer, looked at the bartender, asked the bartender where the bathroom was. He told him, got up and walked away. Third pig came in. Same thing. Came in the restaurant, sat down at the bar, ordered a beer, drank the beer, looked up at the bartender and says, I'll have another beer. Bartender looked at him and says, I thought you'd ask me where the bathroom is. No. I'm the little pig that went wee all the way home.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Always the bacon jokes. Okay, so we're going to wait for these to cook. Alright, so after we've let these cook for about 5 or 10 minutes, we're going to see a little bit of browning on the underside. We're going to actually take these off and move them into the oven. If you have a grill that fits, you can just close the grill and that'll kind of, you can use that as an oven. Otherwise, we're going to take these off, put them in the oven, and put them for about 20 minutes, occasionally shaking them, make sure that they kind of move around a little bit. And then we'll come back to finish them off. Alright, so our Brussels sprouts just came out of the oven. As you notice, they're nice and crispy, a little brown on the outside. So the final touches before we plate is that we're just going to add about a tablespoon of garlic, a bunch of this nice crispy bacon right on top. If you like, you can add another 5 minutes in the oven to just kind of get all those juices together, put that garlic in there. Otherwise, they are ready to plate. You can add a little balsamic vinegar or the balsamic glaze that we're later going to show you.
All right, so what we have, I went ahead and put the fish on the grill. We're going to use a gas grill for this because it doesn't take very long to cook the fish. So what we have is a bacon and pecan crusted. We have cod. We've got flounder. And what I've done is put that on a cedar plank. That's going to allow us to infuse some smoke flavor into the fish, as well as give it a nice hot surface to cook on so it won't fall inside the grill and make a huge mess. In addition, I rubbed that down with a little bit of olive oil, added some fresh basil from the garden, and then put a Catalina seafood rub to add a little bit of additional flavors with some orange peel and lemon peel, those types of things. And we'll cook that probably 15 minutes or so. You'll see that the flounder is a little bit different thickness than the cod. Those will take a little bit longer to cook that. We'll go ahead and open it up and you'll see that we've got some nice smoke going on right there. It's going to cook up real nice. Alright, as you can see, our fish is all done. I've actually turned the grill off. It's still smoking a little bit. We're just kind of keeping this warm as we finish everything else off. The bacon crust is crusted up really nicely. You can see the brown tint to the fish coming in from the cedar planks. So, getting ready to plate. Alright, we're all done, so let's talk a little bit about what we did.
So we started with our BLTini, which is our bacon lobster tini, which was based off of Bloody Mary.
We add a little garnish with the bacon wrapped lobster.
Then we had our bruschetta.
Bruschetta, like I said before, they could use that as an appetizer or just along with the meal. Basically, we just took some a baguette, some olive oil, some tomato, some mozzarella cheese, and the glaze.
Yep. And then we have our bacon fried Brussels sprouts. So Brussels sprouts fried in bacon grease, added with bacon and our balsamic glaze.
And we'll finish that up with the fish. We got some cod and we also got some flounder. We added, like I said, with a little bit of olive oil on there. We added a bacon crust with pecan and that glaze again. I think that's about it.
And this is Jennifer June in her natural habitat. She's the real star of the show. True facts, ladies and gentlemen. She's bacon-loving monster.